Are you looking for more joy in your life? Are you looking to wake up each morning and feel like, hey, this is what I want to do with my life. This is exciting. These are the things that I want to achieve in my life. Do you wake up in the morning and think, how can I have a better relationship with my wife? How can I pursue something bigger in my career? How can I make more of an impact in this world around me? How can I bring more friends into my life? I mean, most of us probably wake up and we think this way. We don't wake up in the morning and go, hey, how can I be miserable today? How can I hurt someone's heart today? How can I make a mistake at work today? We don't wake up like that, but we find ourselves doing it inadvertently, right? So we have these desires that we are striving to fulfill. And when we fulfill a desire, we find joy, at least for a moment. Some desires, though, are short-term, short-lived happiness is the result. And some desires have this bigger picture, this holistic approach. It fulfills both my internal desires and my external desires. It fulfills my needs as well as the needs of others. And these decisions, these choices, these investments lead to a long-term happiness. And I want that for all of you. I want that for me. I want that for my family. I want that for the world. So how can we uncover a way to find more joy in our life and avoid those misfortunate decisions? Well, humanity as a whole has been pursuing this for countless generations, right? We have looked for ways to solve our internal and our external ignorance. Our ways that we fall short in pursuit of our internal needs, our heart, our emotions, our desires, and our external needs, our physical comforts, our clothing, our food, our shelter, right? And we are trying to find both of these in different pursuits. One is more the religious, the philosophical, the spiritual pursuit for our internal desires. How do I find purpose and value and meaning of this life? We're looking to solve these problems through our religions. And then we have on the other side, our scientific pursuits, our external pursuits to find fulfillment and happiness. We want to solve hunger. We want to solve shelter issues. We want to find ways to physically be happy. And somewhere in the middle, we have to meet. It's like if you were out sailing, right? And you throw up your sails and you're catching all the wind and you're cruising along, but you have no direction. Eventually, you're going to find yourself lost at sea. Now, on the other hand, you know exactly where you want to go, but you've got no boat. Well, you can't get there. Somewhere between our internal and external desires, we have to find harmony. We have to find somewhere where our mind and our body are both moving towards that goal of joy and happiness. And when we find this direction, this purpose, and this vehicle to go in, we find ourselves living a fulfilled life, a life of fruition, a life that flourishes, relationships that make sense, a personal drive in our daily life, a career that makes sense of our abilities and creates harmony in this world. And I want that for all of you. And so we're going to be uncovering how do we find this clarity in our internal and external life? How do we find this union? And we're doing this through understanding God's principles for daily living. That's right. Over the next few days, we're going to be looking at things like what is God's original intention for creation? What is God's heart towards humanity and the created world? How can we understand that and understand in that our own purposes in life? Then we're going to be looking at how we came into this ignorance, how we came into this conflicted state, where we think that our mind and body have to be at war, where we think our religious and internal pursuits have to be at war with our scientific and external pursuits. And we're going to understand better how that came about. And then finally, how is God working to restore that? How can God help you restore those conflicts within yourself and come back to a life of purpose, of meaning, where your relationships work, where your own pursuits make sense, and where you can find true joy forevermore. So I want to invite you on this journey as we uncover God's principles for daily living.